Let's start with the results of this latest poll, because I think it's very telling given how much the economy is becoming an issue in the impending election.
Well, most people in America are unhappy with the economy. They don't see Bidenomics as working. They're really concerned about inflation. They think that almost 50% of the people think that they're getting worse. I think that when it comes to how am I doing, right, or how am I doing in terms of this economy, the answer is pretty clear. So I think that the administration has a lot of work to do if they're going to convince people that the economy is moving in the right direction, which I frankly did working with President Clinton. In 95, 96, we turned around attitudes towards the economy. But in this case, people really feel stretched by inflation. They feel their wages and economic position is being diminished. And I think that it's going to take a lot of work to turn that around. And without that, the economy is the #1 issue. And I remain mystified about how little of the political debate actually revolves around doing something for the economy.
I mean, I'm curious if that's going to change. At this stage in the election cycle, is the economy typically paramount?
Well, yes. Normally, I would expect some good 4 to 6 point plans from virtually every candidate. I'd expect a lot of pundits putting out things, how to return to growth. I don't see anybody writing about it. I don't see anyone saying how we've got to, have, say, a balanced budget plan, then we've got to deal with energy prices, food prices, competitiveness in the economy, trade. We have to have investments in certain areas. I don't see anyone with what I would call an economic plan. Trump doesn't have one. Biden's not putting out anything beyond whatever it is he's done. I think Tim Scott's the only one who recently put out a plan, but it didn't get that much visibility. Pundits would rather talk about the social and cultural issues and fate of democracy and parents' rights than they would really talk about the issue that's on most people's minds.
Well, I guess what's interesting right now is you have both sides talking about the weaponization of the justice system, with all the indictments against Trump. Now we're seeing some fresh charges against Hunter Biden, impeachment inquiry. Do you think that's the biggest distraction here that's keeping our eye off, really, the economic issues?
Well, I just think there's a big difference between what the bases and the beltway are talking about and what the voters are feeling. The voters are feeling the economy's bad, crime maybe is increasing, immigration is out of control, and no one's really addressing a lot of those core issues. I think instead you are seeing kind of a can we keep Trump off the ballot? Can we put Trump in jail? Isn't that a good thing? What about Hunter Biden? Is Joe Biden corrupt? So much of the space is really taken up by those issues that we're not, we're a long way from the Kennedy-Nixon debates about the future of the country. And in fact, our general political dialogue has really kind of, gone down the tubes here.